But his eyes didn't laugh. I stood up. It was a relief to be on my feet. Standing, I had 3 or 4 inches on Jones. You can look to your heart's content. I appreciate that. It'll make my life a lot easier, won't it? I've got Judge Cripps to deal with when I go back, and that's enough. Don't need to listen to one of Farrington's legal beagles yapping at me, not if I can help it. We went into the house with me leading and Henry bringing up the rear. After a few complimentary remarks about how neat the sitting room was and how tidy the kitchen was, we walked down the hall. Sheriff Jones had a perfunctory peek into Henry's room, and then we arrived at the main attraction. I pushed open the door to our bedroom with a queer sense of certainty. The blood would be back. It would be pooled on the floor, splashed on the walls, and soaking into the new mattress. Sheriff Jones would look. Then he would turn to me, remove the handcuffs that sat on his meaty hip across from his revolver, and say, "I'm arresting you for the murder of Arlette James, aren't I?" There was no blood and no smell of blood, because the room had had days to air out. The bed was made, although not the way Arlette made it. My way was more army style, although my feet had kept me out of the war that had taken the sheriff's son. Can't go kill Krauts if you have flat feet. Men with flat feet can only kill wives. Lovely room, Sheriff Jones remarked. Gets the early light, doesn't it? Yes, I said. And stays cool most afternoons, even in summer, because the sun's over on the other side. I went to the closet and opened it. That sense of certainty returned, stronger than ever. "Where's the quilt?" he'd say. "The one that belongs there in the middle of the top shelf?" He didn't, of course, but he came forward with alacrity when I invited him to. His sharp eyes, bright green, almost feline, went here, there, and everywhere. "Lot of duds," he said. "Yes," I admitted. Arlette liked clothes and she liked the mail-order catalogs. But since she only took the one valise, we have 2, and the other one's still there? See it in the back corner? I'd have to say she only took the one she liked the best. And the ones that were practical, I suppose. She had 2 pairs of slacks and a pair of blue denims, and those are gone, even though she didn't care for pants. Pants are good for traveling in, though, aren't they? Man or woman, pants are good for traveling. And a woman might choose them. If she was in a hurry, that is. I suppose. She took her good jewelry and her picture of Nana and Pop, Henry said from behind us. I jumped a little, I'd almost forgotten he was there. Did she, now? Well, I suppose she would. He took another flick through the clothes, then closed the closet door. Nice room, he said, trudging back toward the hall with his Stetson in his hands. Nice house. Women have to be crazy to leave a nice room and a nice house like this. Mama talked about the city a lot, Henry said, and sighed. She had the idea of opening some kind of shop. Did she? Sheriff Jones regarded him brightly with his green cat's eyes. Well? But a thing like that takes money, doesn't it? She's got those acres from her father, I said. Yes, yes. Smiling bashfully, as if he'd forgotten those acres. And maybe it's for the best. Better to be living in a wasteland than with a bitter-tongued, angry woman. Book of Proverbs. Are you glad she's gone, son? No, Henry said, and tears overspilled his eyes. I blessed each one. Sheriff Jones said, There.